If you're thinking about selling your home, you've got to hear this. Hey guys, it's Les with Les Walden Real Estate Team, and I was working with a seller a couple weeks ago, and of course the seller said to me, well, we want to get the most amount of money, we want to be out of here tomorrow, which is pretty normal for a seller, and I'm in full agreement with that thought process. So we started talking about all the things that make that happen. We started talking about pricing your home correctly, and then making sure that our presentation or our condition matched our price, right? That you've got to do those things in today's market if you want your home to sell. And after we spoke about all that, I asked the seller, I said, well, imagine if we could get the buyer to believe that your home is the best home on the market right now. And they were like, yeah, that would be awesome. You know, what if we could do that? So I said, what if we work with a local trusted lender to buy the interest rate down for our buyer? And they didn't understand, so they asked me to explain. So I said, well, let's offer to pay $10,000 towards the buyer's closing expenses so they can buy their interest rate down, so they can get a lower interest rate. So on that particular day, a $400,000 loan amount, which is what we thought somebody that would buy their home would probably be getting a loan amount for that, close to that. We could buy the interest rate down on a 30-year conventional mortgage with all the good things about it, about 1% or a little more than 1%. That would save the buyer over $300 per month on their principal and interest payment. Again, that's over $300 per month. But let's not stop there. What if we could get the buyer to understand that if they stayed in the home for 12 years, which is the average amount of time that a buyer stays in a home right now, with that same deal, they would save over $43,000. Now, I'm going to say it a whole different way. They would have $43,000 in their pocket that they would not have had because their payment was about $300 a month lower than if their interest rate did not get bought down. Well, the seller's mouth flew open. And at that point, I thought, well, if they get it, you know, they'd never heard of this before. How could a buyer not see, this is exactly what they said to me, how could a buyer not see that this was the best deal on the market? And I was like, I don't know, but we could certainly put it out there. I mean, think about it. If you're the buyer and somebody says, I'll put a $43,000 in your pocket over 12 years, that's a great deal. If you're the seller and you get the most money in the shortest amount of time, your home is sold and you move on to whatever you want to do next, it's a great deal. I mean, it is just a great deal. Well, the bottom line is this. If you work with a Les Walden Real Estate Team agent, we're always going to work to position your home correctly, get the most money in the shortest amount of time. Sometime we can come up with these strategies that will help us stand out so far in the crowd that nobody else can compete with us. We're up here and everybody else is somewhere down here. And that's what we want if you want the most money in the shortest amount of time. So if you're thinking of selling your home right now or in the next few months or heck, in the next few years, call us, message us, heck, drop by and see us here in our office, and we'll help you figure out the best way to position your home to get the most money in the shortest amount of time and stand out in the crowd of listings that are out there today.